Okay, so this is a slide just for business owners. If you're a limited company, I'm just going to do a quick summary. So someone said to me last week, why hasn't my accountant told me to do something? I said, well, the accountant wouldn't. Is that, first of all, they might not know what you're paying for life insurance. They might not know what you're paying for pension. Should they? Maybe that's that's down to you and the accountant, I suppose. But I was chatting to an accountant about 2 years ago. I picked up a client of his. Was a client of ours already, and I was just doing some planning. I said I just rang the accountant. Said, just to let you know, we're going to change his life insurance. It comes out of the business. I didn't do the original life insurance, and then it'll become a tax deductible. He said, really? And I said, yeah, you didn't know that? I said, no. I said, so we've taken this £200 a month premium we've paid out on net income. So theoretically, it was costing him over £300 by the time he grossed that up with the tax and the national insurance. By paying from the company, he was paying £200, but that £200 was now coming out of the business, so off the top line. So effectively, the equivalent of £300 worth of benefit. So, just a great thing the accountant just didn't know about, because why would they? It's more a financial services thing than an accountant. But that's why we try to get involved with your accountants. So one of the top 6 things I think I've got yet for business owners: make sure as many of your expenses are being paid above the line, not below the line. As we said earlier about employed people now, self-employed people, make sure that anything that's business related is coming out of the top end, so it's coming off your gross before you pay tax. Make sure you're using your dividend allowance. Amazing how a couple of times we've seen limited company owners who are still they're paying themselves pure salary and bonus. They're not using their dividend allowance. I find that staggering, but that has happened on occasion. It's a £2,000 dividend allowance. Use it, and then there's the basic rate tax. But this is not to cover all that. But please make sure you're using that. If you are paying for any personal life insurance, speak to someone like us, and you're paying below the line. Come and speak to us, rewrite the policy into the right kind of solution. That means you can come out of your business, off your top line, and save your bucket load of corporation tax, dividend tax, national insurance potentially, depending on how much insurance you've got. Same with the pension. I think Gavin had a client not so long ago where we found out they were paying their pension out of their net income. They're still getting the 25% return, the 20% relief, but they should have been paying out the limited company, because they get the dividend tax saving, the corporation tax saving, and the national insurance and personal tax saving when it comes out in dividends. So they should have been paying out of the top line. Accountant missed it, didn't know, wasn't a specialist, many reasons. But make sure your pension contributions are coming from the right place if you are a limited company owner. If your spouse is not in the business and they're not earning, why not? Get them in the business, give them something to do, pay them and use their allowances. Why would we keep more of the money in the household? And the same goes with the kids, as we've said already a couple of times so far. If you've got private medical insurance, why isn't that being paid by the business? Yes, it's also a P11D tax benefit, but why wouldn't you have that coming off your top line turnover to protect you and your family? Make sure that if you do have a problem, you haven't got to wait for the NHS. As much as we all love them and they're doing a great job right now, trying to catch up on knee operations, hip operations, site operations to get you back to work is going to be a challenge. So get the private medical, pay out the business, you haven't got to part with a lump sum, and get you back to work as soon as possible. Like I say, should my accountant tell you this? Not necessarily, because they're usually dealing with your bookkeeping, dealing with your general tax returns, and they're not covering any of this stuff, because that's what we do, or we can work with them to cover this holistic stuff. And we do work with some accountants around the country, as many of you all know.